Stories worth sharing are about people. But what about the story that's reflected back at the storyteller? We speak thousands of words every day, while our body language is saying its own story. Horses don't just see the stories we carry inside of us, they reflect them back at us.
Horses are prey animals, and so they need to pay attention to their intuition and their gut instinct when they're in the wild. And so they help us to get more in tune with that part of ourselves. Not only do I get to help people, not only do I get to help the horses, but it also helps me. So equine-assisted therapy is actually working with horses on the ground. So the horse is the teacher, and I facilitate the work. And where do you feel the calm in your body?
Through my torso.
Yeah.
Well, I had a deep depression. The apathy was so bad I couldn't cry.
And she got into the space of the horses in the round pen, and all of a sudden, Linda starts crying, and she really had a beautiful emotional release. I honestly couldn't be happier because it was actually something that she needed so badly. And it was so beautiful to watch.
Like a flower opening up. I've gone from this tight little bud that didn't want to do anything, was hiding in the shadows, to all of a sudden I'm starting to blossom.
And that's what the horses are amazing at helping us, is to reconnect to ourselves, to find out what really matters to us.
I was asked to do a story on equine therapy for Horse Canada magazine, and so I met Jen. I went in skeptical, thinking maybe it was something a little bit flaky.
And just think about each one and reflect on each one with him. Take your time.
I was just surprised at how thorough it was and the questions that she asked. It was a lot of talk therapy stuff. It did draw out some things in the session that I hadn't maybe talked about with anyone in a very long time. And it became almost emotional. I got a little bit choked up in the session.
So when I was in my early 20s, I suffered from an eating disorder. I was seeing a therapist, and at the same time, my grandfather, he had a horse named Classy. So I started brushing her and hanging out with her. That gave me a new focus. I had a lot of lapses in my life where I didn't have horses, and those were the times that I was less secure. But each time the horses were in my life, that kind of went away. Buck, I don't have any more.
By connecting to the natural world, we can learn more about ourselves. Jennifer and her horses help unveil the hidden potential in all of us.
So my mission is really to help people stop living up here and to start living in here.